Hello Bjornar, welcome back in Romania. How are you?
Thank you, I'm very good. We had a good start so far on this leg of the tour. We started in Cluj yesterday and had a packed venue, so it was a great atmosphere. So far very good, and really looking forward to Bucharest today.
So actually this is the second leg of this tour. You started one week ago, where you also had shows in UK.
Yes. Before that, we had one leg in Western Europe, with shows in France, Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. Then we did some weekend shows in Norway, and then 3 dates in the UK, and now we are on the final leg of this tour. So after today's show, I think we have 11 left, something like that, 11 or 12.
Yeah. Well, this year in September you have released your fourth album called Stranger Times. So what is the concept behind this album?
The album is based around the idea of kind of holding up a mirror towards our times, and to paint with a bit stronger colors and make the edges a bit more pointy, and things to make things a bit more caricatured, and to look at the world and where we are and where we are heading.
Yeah. So I'd say on this album you have theatrical elements, dramatic ones. So it's actually really nice. How these elements are important to you for Vulture Industries music?
I would say it's pretty much an integral part of our sound and our identity. It's always been there. On this album, I would say that we are maybe a little less theatrical than before, but this element is definitely there still. We've always, I wouldn't say tried, but it always felt natural for us to make different albums, to not have every album sound the same. So what we do is we start writing, and the writing is based on what we are feeling at the time and where we are as persons at the time, and this gets reflected in the music. So after heading down that road and looking what comes out of the creative processes, we take a look at it and see, okay, where is this album heading?
Yeah. About the cover, what does it suggest?
Well, it's quite easy. The rhino is a metaphor for the world and the society we live in, and you can see that the rhino's trip on the unicycle over that tightrope is probably going to hell, always balancing towards tipping, and that is a bit the feeling that I have of the world at the moment. Always some hangman's axe hanging over our heads, ready to send it all off.
Yeah, so actually from the title we can see Stranger Times. We day by day everything is going crazy every day, so have a connection.
Yeah.
So based on the cover, it was made by Costin Chioreanu, which he did many great covers for the bands, and he also directed your videos, and you have collaborated with him since some years. So how is it actually to work with him?
It's super nice to work with Costin. He's like become more or less a sixth member of the band. He really gets where we are going, and I think me and him to some extent share a common view of the world and how things are. So when I have an idea, I don't really need to explain very much to him. I can just present it and he will immediately get it and produce what I'm looking for based on that. So there is very little back and forth with revisions and changing things. Most of the stuff that he sent over is already perfect.
And if I'm not wrong, he also performed with you.
Yes, that's true. He did two shows with us. One at the Inferno Festival in Oslo and one at the Rockstadt Open Air in Rajno. And there we integrated him into the stage set where he was both performing a bit and also to some extent creating art on stage. And he had made these very nice German expressionist era stage props for the performance, hand painted and crafted beforehand.
So actually it's like a brotherhood between you and him already, so you will continue working with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, did you start writing materials for a future album or maybe an EP, a live album? Have you thought about it?
I actually have the only thing I have for the next album at this point is the name of it, but I won't give it to you yet.
Soon we will find out.
Yeah.
Well, when you started as a band, your actual name was Dead Rose Garden, and since 2003 you are going under Vulture Industries. So what made you decide to change the name of the band?
Because the band name Dead Rose Garden sucks. I was never in Dead Rose Garden, but it was an old band, more in the vein of 90s doom style, My Dying Bride, and some of the Norwegian scene at that time, and they had a quite different lineup. But when I moved to Bergen in 2002, Øyvind, our guitar player who was heading that band, he was looking for a new singer, and he heard me. I had some demos of a project called Dr. Rigor Mortis Tivoli Bizarre that I showed him, and he wanted me to try out as vocalist for his band, and I did. Some of the material for that band was what turned into the first Vulture Industries demos, but we felt that we wanted to go in another direction than what the band had been previously. So it seemed like the logical way to go to change the band name since the style was new.
Do you have more touring plans for the next year?
At the moment we are working on some shows in Russia and Lithuania, Estonia, and
Baltic.
Baltics. That's pretty much it at the moment. We are also looking a bit on maybe doing North America, but that's a big hassle with work visas and stuff like that. So it's really expensive to make things work over there. So let's see.
Or maybe Japan.
Sorry?
Or maybe Japan.
Or maybe Japan. Yeah, we have been thinking a bit about that also.
Yeah. What do you consider the goals that Vulture Industries have achieved all these years?
First of all, being able to land a record deal with the label, that's not for everybody to make. There are many bands around, so and furthermore, being able, most of all, I would say, being able to travel to the extent that we do now and see new places and meet interesting people, that is what I would say is the biggest privilege with being in a band at this level and actually make ends meet and not having to pay a lot from our own pockets to actually make it.
Well, that's most important, I guess, and every band wish this.
Having a family and it's if you are to do it to the extent that we are, it wouldn't work if we had to spend lots of our own money each time we went off to do a show. Then we would be constantly broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, many bands wish miracles to happen and things to work fine, actually.
Yeah, I don't believe so much in miracles. I believe more in hard work and
Yeah.
steady building, making things go better and better, one step at a time.
What can you tell me about the fans of Vulture Industries? How do you see them?
I think our main fan base are open-minded and intelligent people. And yeah, lovely, friendly people. Yeah, that's what I can give of general characteristics. But it's lots of different people also. I like to see that we don't have like a set uniformed group follow us around. There's lots of different people, different kind of jobs, living different kind of lives, coming from different backgrounds. It can still resonate with them, and
that's
it's important for me.
Well, it was nice talking with you. Thanks for the interview. Can't wait to see you on stage. Will be my first time seeing you.
Cool.
And she's from Antichrist Metal Zine.
Cheers back. It was a pleasure talking to you.